much for being here today. It's such a great honor to come from Gainesville over the mountain and get to God's country and be able to experience beautiful weather and wonderful fellowship and a lot of reasons for optimism. I want to first begin by just simply saying a thank you for, I know with the campaign that we just ensued in the midterm, I want to say a thank you to David Doss, who offered himself for the state Senate race. But I also want to congratulate your new Senator, Chuck Hudstettler, who's over here. Let's give Chuck a great round of applause.
Well, I do think it was a great choice, and this really kind of completes, I think, the team in terms of sending a strong message of fiscal conservativeness. And, you know, right now when you're borrowing 47 cents of every dollar that's being spent in Washington, we've got a real problem, and we've got a debt problem, we've got a spending problem, and we need real leadership, leadership with a vision to move this country forward. And I think that Paul Ryan really brings a fiscal conservative understanding that's really going to make a difference in the overall contest. And, you know, T-Splosh was an issue that was put before the voters, and the voters made a very clear statement through that process. And we're just going to have to prioritize, just like we do in every other aspect. I mean, these have been very difficult budgetary times, but it forces you to look within and determine what are priorities and those that really are less of a priority. And with funding, we're going to have to take the resources by which we have, allocate them in the most congested, most needed areas. And I'm confident that we've got a good DOT board. Governor's very committed in doing that, and we'll move this state forward. Roads mean economic development, and we have to have jobs and keep the economy vibrant and strong.
But we've got to work harder and harder than we ever have before. This morning we heard who our Vice President pick is. I call it the Dream Team. But we've got the Dream Team running against Dumb and Dumber. And so we have got to make sure that Dumb and Dumber doesn't go back to the White House.
We're still working on it, but it's going to be consistent with what I'm doing in office. We have a bunch of litigation with against the administration with regard to Obamacare, his attack on energy, his massive regulations that are a federal overreach. So I believe we're going to talk about how we need a president that frankly works with states, who view states as partners, and you know, let's get this economy moving again instead of suing each other. Well, you know, he's the chair of the Budget Committee in the House. There's nothing more important than bringing back jobs in our economy. And he is a numbers guy. He is a very serious guy. He has a lot of passion. And I frankly think he is an excellent choice to be our next vice president.